Oh, shit. I made a mistake and turned the camera off. So let's just finish with Mr. Corey universe. Let's see, Mr. Corey. Okay, he's dealing with a Dusty that needs to come up to par. Yeah, is it my race? So he's focusing on his race. Dealing with something factual. What was his race? Okay, so he need to go on and begin. Go ahead. Because they looked at him as easy and they was banking on him that they can just do what they wanted to do to him, take advantage of him. So they was drinking whatever they was drinking. Juice, water, or whatever, passing by the masses. That's on the road or walking or wherever they was at. Because they wanted to stamp their name on Mr. Corey to have money in the bank. Or maybe he was planning on that too. I don't know. Right? So he had to look with both eyes. And what did he see? A mirror was meant to tell him and show him the truth, whatever it was to see. Because he was being groomed. He had to become groomed to what God created him to be at birth. And not let people mold him, God says. Let his sounds be heard loud and clear. But I feel he did. And that's why they had problems with him. Because he spoke up for himself. So he had to stop letting the world talk for him. And he had to start talking for himself. And he did that. Because this man made it seem like he was this way and that way. And then he saw that he wasn't nothing like that. However, he might have been before, he wasn't like that now. Growth is called, right? He had to get back to what God created him to be at birth. So I hear money laundering. Okay, let's see. Move fast on what you see is calling you forward. He had to get ready to take charge of his life and move fast on it, Mr. Corey, right? So we have, he had to rise to the occasion given to him, right? And no longer will he be filtered by this man or by these people. So somebody put him at 26. It was a tongue lashing speedy with his fussing. So okay, let's see what this one. He's gaining much hope in and all and seeing everything in this thing, right? With these people. So somebody's cross-dressing. Cross-dressing could be actually what it's saying. Cross-dressing, dressing like a woman, change and dress like a woman. Or we got somebody who look like they look and they might put on a cop uniform. Cross-dressing, change up the clothing or whatever they might did. Or somebody was acting one way and then they changed up and was a whole totally negative person, just like they got two different personalities, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, or whatever's going on with this card. If you met the person, let me see, if you met the person cross-dressing, you ain't obligated to take the person back. If they wasn't like that, if they wasn't like that, if they wasn't like that, you're going to be talking about it. Who's going to be talking about it? So maybe found out that the person was gay later or whatever it is, a person acting a certain way or was like he was once he met up with him or whatever this is, I don't know. Let me see. Stop depending on others to grow with him. He had to stop depending on other people to grow with him and just do his own stuff. And I feel he was going to do that because he decided he was going to not do whatever these people wanted. So somebody became unhinged, upset. It was a meeting place, and the meeting place was, I guess, this house they went to. And he had on certain kind of clothes. Yeah. Or somebody else had on certain kind of clothes. It should have been him though. Or they wanted him to put on certain kind of clothes. I'm trying to end up. I want to see the judge. I want to see the judge and these people going to do that. That's what I want to see. I want to see these people. I want to see the jail card. I want to see the jail card. This man wanted to be validated by Mr. Corey. He wanted to do things in decency. He thought things was laughable. Some of his friends. He need to stop tearing Mr. Corey down. You need to filter his ways, this man Zach, and his friends. Okay, one more. Stop. Put him here. End it. Mr. Boy lost his cushions in minutes. Lost the card. I moved it too fast. Okay. What you know about it? So these people want somebody gonna do some talking. Money was spending. Money was spending. See, somebody acting like a chick. Somebody was dressed like a woman or something. Be brave, acting like a chick. Somebody was dressed like a woman. So you heard me say the cross-dressing card here. Something coming out here. Somebody was dressed like a woman. Somebody wanted him to put on female clothes or whatever and be brave in it. Maybe they're trying to do something online or whatever the heck these people have going on here. People have a lot going on. I'm hearing freaks. People have a lot going on with these people. A whole lot happening with these people. Might dress like a woman or wanted him to dress like a woman. The meeting place wanted him to, something about his clothes, what you wearing. They was looking at what he was wearing, or Mike was trying to get him to put on something. Expecting nothing less than the best, spell it out. Okay, somebody had unstoppable energy. He was trying to keep his cool so he could tell a secret maybe about these people. We got Philly. So we know. So somebody could live in Philadelphia. Somebody could be named Philip. Okay, Mr. Corey's family lost him. The loss of a loved one. Letting go is very hard. Okay, let's just flow. We got number 1, 12, 211. Somebody was banking on Mr. Corey. Okay, somebody could be 21. Something could have happened to 12. Something could have happened in December, January, or whatever. Okay, he wanted love and treatment, or these people wanted love and treatment. They had whatever setup and plans they had. They need to reveal that they was wrong because they was gift seeking. They need to filter their ways, so honestly. It's time to heal though for Corey's mom and family. Soul crying out for a conclusion for this situation. Where did he get that behavior at? Or this man that's supposed to have been a friend, thinking it's love, that wasn't no caring. Because they had different color skin. Skin color is different, but all blood is red. See it in the world and in mind. Because racism was seeping with these people. If you met the person lesbian, you're not obligated to take the person back gay. Or the person straight or man, you're not obligated to take them back gay. So some kind of way, silly men to think that could fool you. So somebody was regular or whatever it is, and then somebody, when he got around the person, I guess this man Zach, he found out he wasn't straight or whatever was going on here, or wearing women clothes or whatever this stuff is. Capricorn, might be a Capricorn, an earth sign, a fire sign. Somebody wanted him to repeat something he used to do before. Mr. Corey used to take pills before. He wanted him to do that. If he sell pills, he wanted him to do that. Something he used to do. This person wanted him to do. He tried, and he was tired of the games out of Mr. Corey. His game now. Mr. Corey had to rely on his own self to elevate himself. God was saying, right, so he had to learn how to get himself under these people's thumbs or anybody's thumbs and start to rely only on the self. So we got this man, Zach, was looking to see if he was a go-getter or a loose person. Go-getter in work, go-getter in business, or a loose person. because Mr. Corey was marveling at the gate and loving it as far as his music maybe, or maybe a money deal that he thought was going a certain way, but it wound up not going the way he thought, or the man's act was. Okay, let's just see. Okay, universe, you know all about it. Okay, universe, you know all about it. You know all about it, universe. I just want to, what I want to see is the judge card, the prison card, Census Act. This man, Zach, wanted to saddle Mr. Corey down as his lifeboat to make money off of. And here he is, right here. This would be his card because he claimed he was a friend. When you lose, when the loss of a friend, you are free. Heal yourself by coming forward. Okay. So no more mind of crutches. So Mr. Corey was strong. Okay, this man wanted a united front with Mr. Corey, wanted him to agree, I guess, or maybe, I don't know, back then, they got in a disagreement back then, and the man wanted to make up and make friends again. Sometimes it could be where you and somebody, y'all was okay, and then y'all had a disagreement, you ain't seen each other for years or whatever, and then they want to connect, but then when they want to connect, you don't know they got it in for you. It could have been something like this. I don't know how big of a gap it was before he saw this man again, or he been seeing him year after year, or what this is, right? So it could be something like that. Okay, so you can still do your God's mission if you like. You can still, so this man was going to tell Mr. Corey maybe that he was gay. That's all I can see right here. Or this man wanted Mr. Corey to engage some kind of way, seem like. And Mr. Corey looking at Mom, can't be doing all these different things. I gotta stay a certain kind of way. Okay, so he chose a 1-for-4 balloon. I feel he wanted to get married to his child's mother. Universion, I got it. I see a rape card. There's a rape card keep coming out in Mr. Corey's storyline, so it could be stealing of his life. That's considered rape, but it could be stealing of his money if he had money on him, stealing of his life in general, or actual rape. Because we dealing with a lot of people. So if there's a lot of people, they outnumber you, and anybody that can happen to anybody. It don't matter who you are, depending on how many people is involved where you get overpowered, because I keep saying it in the storyline. That happened to me 2 times, and it wasn't a pile of people, it was one person, so I know it can happen to anybody. It's not anything for the person to be ashamed of, because you're not the culprit. The culprit is the person that should be ashamed, not you. So let's just see what Mr. Corey universe. So we have right here, somebody was pulling on his arm. He's saying, get off, stop it. They say stop it right now. He's saying stop it. Stop it right now. Stop. Remember, all of the, I meant to say, everything that's on the card is what God gave me. The person don't have to necessarily say the exact words that I'm saying, but you got to put in place how the person talk if you know the person. But it got to line up with what God's saying on the card. The card says, stop it right now. He might don't say stop it right now. He might say, get off my arm. I don't know how he talk, right? But God is saying it this way, okay? So however he talk, you have to, it got to be what God's saying, though, because this is what the card means. somebody asking him for his money, begging him for his money or anything like that, but they grabbing on his arm some kind of way, right? Somebody who was a score loser, who he got distant from. So if they fussing some kind of way, they distant, right? Who's proud? He was proud of himself some kind of way. So he need to bend forward on things, God says, because he is a caterpillar. In this situation, it was time to act. And whoever this person is wanted him to promise, you're going to act, you're going to get in this with me or anything like that. Where's your money at, Corey? Mr. Corey, I'm going to say, right? Unfortunately, he's dealing with a she-bear. So, unfortunately, he was dealing with a she-bear. So, Corey was dealing with a she-bear. See, the next one is this one. Let's see. Well, I'm going to say the she-bear could have been Corey's mother, but unfortunately, Corey is dealing with a she-bear, woman in charge, a woman about business, take charge lady. Let me say take charge, woman about business, or go get her. Let me say, I gotta leave that there. Okay. So we have right here that well done. Somebody made Corey go back to his soul and felt well done. Because they wanted him to act. God wanted him to save his energy for the future though, because let's not mask the smell of foul, because it was foul what was done to Mr. Corey. Because Mr. Corey needed a center of love. So, let's see with this one. Let's see something. Or, we're going to take this to the family. How about that if I put it over here? Family, remember I said that the family is letting go his heart for the family. It's time for them to heal, but they want to find Mr. Corey. The loss of a loved one is hard. Their soul is crying out for a conclusion. So over here, I'm going to put this with the family. The family need, this is counseling. This means counseling, but it could mean a lawyer. Follow me? They had to accept what they cannot change and acknowledge. I gotta put this over with Mr. Corey. He had to acknowledge his wrongs and don't expect it from these people, or they needed to, right? And accept what he couldn't change. But the family gotta accept what they can't change. His thoughts counted. Why did he allow these people to mold him? So I feel like he didn't let them mold him, and that's why it went like it went. So we got his feeling, it's say a lecture, but I'm going to say his feeling is gathering with whoever these people was. But I'm going to put over here with the family. They're going to be feeling a lecture. And I look at it as court or as a funeral or anything like that. He had to check himself and do some soul searching. Mr. Corey, follow me? Okay, why did I believe you, Mr. Corey? Felt like because he got isolated. So why did he believe this man, Zach? Because he got him isolated. Okay, I'm bruised, but I'm still me inside. So he got bruised, Mr. Corey, by these people, by this man, or by more than one, or whatever's going on. He was going to be calm and be that conqueror, though. So we have right here, don't doubt the person. You still have life. God says you still have life for the family. So we got a father card. He wasn't having protection from his father by these people over here because his father wasn't there to help him. So he didn't have protection from his father to help him out over here because he was kind of over here with these people. But whoever this person is, or more than one of them, or whoever, didn't have protection from their father. And their father might have been abusive to them. That's why they're the type of people that they are, or one of them. So we have, he's going to be that runner and put his all in. So Mr. Corey could have been actually running or walking to get away from these people. Or these people did all they did to try to take away his life. or his parents going to do all they can and be that run and put that all in to make sure they get justice for Mr. Corey, their son. Anything like that? Okay, so Mr. Corey was settled down at the fortress, at this house, or wherever they had him at. If not the house, wherever his body is, he's there, settled down. Wherever he is, we just don't know, okay? Let's just flow a little bit. Oh, shucks, so we have... Okay, he's saying no he can't, no he won't, no I'm not, however he talk, right? They barge in a rage, angry, because they want him to do what they wanted him to do, and he's saying no, right? He not gonna do it. I can, I won't, I'm not, whatever phrase he said. Okay, so we have right here that we got a vaccine. We got a vaccine, an IV, vaccine, IV, or blood work, some kind of something. Vaccine, a shot. A shot and a vaccine the same way. I'm saying it wrong. I mean, a vaccine, blood work, or IV. They three different things, right? Or somebody might have did some vacuuming if they have if they have a rug in their house wherever he was at. If it was a rug at their house or carpet, they did some vacuuming. You get what I'm saying? Cleaned the rug up good or anything like that. If he is searching for love, God said he had to get it from himself. That would be Mr. Corey. So we have right here that and that's we put it over here with his family. His mother or his father might get some kind of blood work done, vaccine, or what you call it, IV, anything like that. So we can take it either way. Okay, so any deterrent that caused some of dysfunction here to get away from in the AM. It don't have to be 5:21, but whatever time. Wearing certain kind of clothes exaggerated things, but it don't excuse a person's bad behavior. So this usually be a cop card or anybody in uniform. It could even be a doctor, cop, security card, doctor, somebody in a uniform, follow me? That had bad behavior against him, follow me? It was his time to be the conqueror, follow me? Somebody wanted him to plant a seed of playful energy to give into what they are saying, right? Because he wasn't giving in. He is keeping his mouth shut about a man who was unhealthy, who was treating him ugly as stink, follow me? So he dealing with the big boys. The big boys are cops is number one. Cops, FBI, gang members, who all? There's a lot of people. There's the big boys. Any man that's large and in charge. Judges, lawyers, cops, gang members, your husband, cops, FBI, any of them people are large and in charge. A lawyer, did I say? So, any man, your teacher, whoever it is, if they can control you, drug dealers. So he is dealing with one of them type of people, or more than one of them, because it's a big boys. They rock. So this card say big boys rock. I never usually say the whole card. I always say dealing with the big boys, but it say big boys rock. You know what that means, right? They feel they in charge, right? Big boys rock, right? Here's an antelope to the big boys, right? These people was considered the big boys, or one of these people, or whatever was a cop, some kind of way, anything like that. Okay, so we dealing with plenty of the cupcake exchange as a trafficking card, really. So if we dealing with he's dealing with some kind of since it was a money scheme that he didn't want to be a part of. So this is a ladies card though. So how can I work this? So something with ladies. So if we got men dressed like women, that could be ladies. Men dressed like women. Maybe we had a lot of them men there dressed like ladies, or had cross-dressing going on, or whatever was going on with these people. Or Some kind of way it was like ladies. He was hooked on to something that had a lot of ladies. But trafficking, so if I take it away from, because I put the trafficking with the ladies, but I could turn it around and change it to something else as far as they wanted him to do something. They wanted him to be part of. Let me see the next card. He need to believe in God's word, not man's word. So tell me if you're a man. Tell me if you're a woman. Oh my goodness. So this is like a person who tell me if you're a woman. That card really goes with when you run into ladies, you need to make sure it's a lady and it's not a man, right? Because we got people who call themselves trans and they look like a lady, but they really not a woman. Get what I'm saying? So this card means that right there. So tell me if you're a woman. Okay, so we dealing with a man, evidently, who look like a woman, whoever this is right here, but this card I'm pressing on. So we got those kind of people, or we got people who cross-dressing, who was among those people at that house that he was at, or that house had people coming there like that, or those people at that house was part of some kind of scheme like that, or whatever was going on, trafficking, or whatever they was doing. Okay, so yes, you're on your path, so he had to go forward, but I think it came up that way. If he on his path, if he was on his path saying no, getting away from them people, he was on his path. But if he was God, he's still on his path. So if it hurts, he had to voice it and say what he felt like. Be strong, tough, rough, and handsome, and know when to make the right moves. Wherever he was, wherever the house was, he must go on with his life as he should. So he had to look at his life as worthy and see his own worth. So he might like style. He might like having fun. We got Philly 2 times. I don't know if he ever been to Philly, but we got Philly 2 times. Philly, right? Philadelphia. So we have right here that we got the rape again. Is a rape my fault? So we might have some kind of we might have some kind of way where somebody actually attacked Mr. Corey, right? So let me just think. Mrs. Ford. Yeah, somebody might try to blame him for something. I don't know, some lady. Let's just see here. Let's just see a little bit. He had to deal with what was on his plate and throw away the scraps. Because he wanted loyal out to somebody. So, God say healthcare industry working with seniors. That's a path of his too. See, he was saying no way to stuff. He was saying no. Okay, something to the extreme. They don't want him saying no to stuff. So he did a preview and he was on a battleground with these people. Thoughts were swirling in his mind at the duplex, at this house, at this place they was at. So during the temporary times, he wanted to plan his fortune. That's true, but right here, he didn't need these people to help him be him. He was strong at that point. He didn't need these people to help him be himself. So God says he was seemingly the best. We got somebody, somebody might be, don't have to be Italian, but somebody who might have went to Italy before, might be part of that group of people, might plan on going to Italy. Let's just see. He wanted to know how long he was going to be with a female, or somebody was trying to have him be with a female, or because that's a female card, or he was wondering how long some lady, or whoever this woman is, how long. That came out in the other one. How long it's going to be with a female. So they said the lady was washing his clothes. Was he wondering how long she was going to take washing his clothes, or I don't know. It's a female because she came out in the other one. Here it is again. He wondered how long it's going to be with a female. I don't know with this female. They didn't know the cause. He didn't know the cause of somebody's anger. So we got number 46 or 58 could be part of anything from license, door number, or whatever it could be. Birthday or whatever, social. When revealing clothes did it. Okay, if you know or knew him or her, should you tell? So wearing certain kind of clothes did it. Revealing clothes did it. So some kind of way he might have found out somebody was a man, look like a woman, act like a lady, but then found out the person is a man maybe or something like that. Remember at the beginning, somebody wanted him to get closer to a gay girl, or he was talking to somebody who was a female, or he thought was a female, or whatever this might be. If he knows, should he tell? Number 31, somebody could be 31 years old. So we had somebody wanting him to be strictly theirs. So we might have somebody who looked like a lady, might be flirting or whatever this is. Or these people wanting him to be in a money deal with them or something like that. What was they going to do about it though? Or they wanted to know what he is going to do about it. He had to get out of this mess. God says, do you like this stuff, Mr. Corey? But he was saying no to everything. So no growth come from the same sex. So God saying it's the same sex. No growth come from it. So this person's not a female. He might have saw the person ain't a female. Revealing clothes showed that the person wasn't a female. Looked like a female maybe at first. God said no growth come from the same sex. So the person wasn't a female. Your choices are your own. That's God talking to Mr. Corey. You choose if you choose, however you choose, but then we got that the person wasn't gonna let him grow and prosper. That means two men, he a man and the person a man, but they not gonna let him prosper and grow. So the person killed him to stop his growth in general. Okay, because it was a nearby place. Let's say September though, let's just flow. I don't know, some nearby place that people frequent. And it might be that house, if not that house, some upper place. Whatever it is. I don't know. Club. I don't know, because I don't know what all them people go to there. I just don't know. So if it's not their house, it's some place that all of them goes to. Those people. Anything like that. It could be a park. Whatever it is, I just don't know. I really think it's a building, but it could be a park. I don't know what it is. It was a chokehold. September. Here's September right here. September. Or it could be a job. So we got September. A chokehold was put on. Anything as far as Mr. Corey. A pause. Himself. His life. Or actual chokehold. Or pause. Or stopping anything that got something to do with Mr. Corey. So we might have men looking like they ladies, but they really not ladies. And he saw that the person wasn't a lady because revealing clothes showed it. Is he going to tell and say something about it? So some flip words in front of them. Person need to filter their ways. I want to know if the people going to jail. Oh yeah, that's all I want to know, Lord. So somebody gonna get tensed up because they're gonna resign in front of a judge, or maybe they thought he was gonna put them in front of a judge. See, I keep on seeing that. Okay. I want to see. I need for these people to talk to me. I need one of these people to talk, and it's a poison. I need somebody out of all these people to talk to me. I need somebody to talk in this equation universe out of these people. I think he is going to marry his children, his child's mother. I keep seeing marriage cards. And I keep seeing rape cards that won't go away. People like to humiliate you. That's what it's called, right? You know, when somebody like want to humiliate you, right? Like to say, well, you don't want to do what I say do. Like when somebody murder somebody and leave them with no clothes on. A woman who don't want no parts of a person and they murder the lady and leave with no clothes on outside, so she'll look kind of like, you know what I'm saying, make her look disrespected. You know, they want to humiliate you type of people because you won't give in to whatever they saying or whatever type of mess. So we just need these people to be caught, you know. I need somebody to talk because there's a witness. There's a witness, and we need that witness to come forward. And the person can kind of be anonymous for them. Anonymous. But then eventually when the trial time comes, you got to come forth because you got to come forth. You got to be the bigger man. I feel you're a man, though. You got to be the bigger man. You know you wouldn't want that to happen to your family member. Think about your own family member. Would you want somebody to do that to your family member? When you put your family in the mix, it makes people think a little bit different, maybe, when you make it personal. Because they can be disconnected all they want because it's not their family. But as soon as it's their family is on a chopping block, it's a whole different story. So then you have to say, if it was your family, would you like that done to your family member? Would you like your family member being just treated like they're a piece of garbage? Would you like that? I don't think you would, right? I didn't think so. Okay? It's obvious right here. It's obvious that this person wasn't going to be scared of nothing. So we have right here that being already available. They had asked that man, they had asked Mr. Corey was going to be available. So we got a woman who was reeling in the cash. So we have a real woman was reeling in the cash, or we got this person that's acting like a woman or whatever this is. Somebody. Or maybe his mother was the one reeling in the cash. We don't know what was going on with that place. It was hitting feelings that needed to be said by this man, Mr. Zach, because he is tired of Mr. Corey's crap, and he felt he didn't want to put up with it anymore. Mr. Corey was a beautiful dreamer, and he was a pioneer, but he was being chipped away at by Mr. Zach, who was gay since his childhood or school age or whenever. So Mr. Zach, his friends, and who all was hooked on the people who actually murdered Mr. Corey, was waiting for a move to be made because they're talking business talk, and they wanted a move to be made. So we got somebody like a sage or a fire sign, made a move wisely, and made some kind of move toward Mr. Corey. Because something come from way back with Mr. Zach and Mr. Corey. They knew each other from way back or whatever. Or he is mad with him from way back or whatever is obvious. So Mr. Corey was a foreigner, considered a foreigner in a beautiful state with these people. He is a foreigner because he was black and they wasn't his race. Okay, he was going to challenge them. That's why we can't even make it. Because they wanted him to think about luxurious, making some money, be sincere, so he can be secure. He is going to sow a seed out of his pain, or God told him, sow a seed out of your pain. Okay, so we have number 7. We got a 7 here. So here's Mr. Corey, kindred spirit. That would be him in this story now. Okay, Mr. Corey. Let's put you up here front and center. I just want to see, I say the judge. I like to see the jail card to go with it though. We got a witness. We need this witness to come forth, universe. We need this witness to come forth, universe. We need this witness to come forth, universe. Send an anonymous letter or whatever. Or whether go to a lawyer's office or whatever. Send it to a lawyer's office. And let the lawyer go from there with it. Send it to a lawyer's office. Not to the police department where this happening, because they all in cahoots, it feels like. Okay, here we have right here, they X'd out Mr. Corey. There's a witness. Here's a witness card right here. I just said a witness card is good. deep. You can't tell me God ain't good. It's like 2 witness cards back to back in my hand. You tell me God ain't good. You tell me God ain't good. 2 witness cards back to back. I just looked and I saw this one and that one. God is good. It's time for you to do some talking. It's time to do some talking. I'm not gonna I'm just gonna let you see a little bit of the card, right? But I don't have my right clothing on, so I'm just not trying to actually be on camera. But I'm gonna let you see the cards real fast. Let's see. Okay, bear with me for a minute. Here it is right here. I put them on the table. Oh yeah. This one was over here, and this one was hiding right there, and this one was over here like that. I said, you tell me God ain't good. Look, we got the witness card. This mean a witness. And this mean a witness. Follow me? Church person. If a person not a church person, they honest, loyal, put them on a witness stand, they will tell the truth. This is a witness to who, I don't know if they trustworthy or whatever. So I know it's a witness with this one. But this is a church card. X Mr. Corey out. Person full of faith. And the thing is, we got a witness, and here Mr. Corey right here, front and center, the first card. And it's coming behind that. Somebody saw it, and God is going to bring this person out of the woodwork, because I had a vision that last week or whenever it was, and that storyline I did last week. I feel that's Mr. Corey's storyline, because a lot of the cards go with Mr. Corey. Get my drift. I just feel that way. So, look at this. Deep. So, let me just turn it back off. Let's see, so we just gonna let God take control. God's gonna take control. God's gonna take total control. Because we had some people with backyard ways of thinking, and they are racist ways, right? And he got to see it now that these people had some racist ways of being. So I feel he was gonna give his child's mother a ring time, right? I'm ready to love you, right? Follow me? So we have right here that let's just see. I feel he was begging for his life with this card I'm ready to say soon. Let me see. This is a spare me card. Spare me card is a card where you want another chance. You want another chance. You want another chance with your life, with a relationship or whatever it is, with a job or whatever it is. So with Mr. Corey got X'd out. So I got to put this with, Mr. Corey was begging for his life some kind of way with these people here. Some kind of way. And they wasn't going with it because he wasn't going with what they said, so they didn't like it. So after a while, they got just so heated and mad where they just didn't care about his life. Get what I'm saying? And he saw they had backyard ways of thinking. You heard me say with that card right there, and he got to see it. He had the power of his mind, and he saw. Because God got 2 C cards for him. C. So we got a man that was going to be front and center. So we got at least like 3 or 4 men at least, right? I'm trying to see it over the whole storyline I just was saying. We got 205, 502, number 7. Part of anything license. Badge number. Birthday. Court date or whatever. Okay, he adored a lecturer or somebody adored him, a lecturer adored him, or anything like that. Somebody who boisterous, follow me? So we have right here that he had to stay in God's presence. Okay? Because anything outside of the bubble God put around him would hurt him, harm him, or murder him. And it did. So he didn't have God's bubble of protection around him with those people there because they meant him no good. He had to face a situation. Free me. He wanted to free himself. He wanted to talk, or these people, or a witness, whoever it is, want to talk, and they need to talk. Get what I'm saying? Do some talking. It's not ordinary. He felt himself dying, or this witness is not ordinary, that he sees somebody die before. Anything like that. Because we have that. It was traveling at night toward Mr. Corey, or Mr. Corey was traveling at night. So we have, he is in affordable housing. Somebody decided they wasn't going to tolerate him no longer. So affordable housing for Mr. Corey would be the house he was in that night. But they decided they weren't going to tolerate him anymore. So somebody might have been eating meat with sauce in it that night. It was a mystery to all that whoever these people are had a lot of demons that they need to confront. Because he didn't know these people but just the one person. But the person he knew had a lot of demons, and he got to see that night. He need not settle for less, that this person had cheating ways in business or whatever. He was holding on to his life. He had to be strong, holding on to his life. He needed them to be sensitive to him. Where it be a time out. I must get past this and continue my life. I'm still beautiful. So this could go with his mother. But this usually go with the person I'm talking about. So with Mr. Corey, for this to be Mr. Corey's card, this means that Mr. Corey was assaulted. That's the only way this could go with Mr. Corey. Mr. Corey, get what I'm saying? Because this usually come out for females when, not when you just break up with some man. This is when something terrible happened to you, and it could make you feel like you less than now because of what didn't happen. You ruined, you bruised, or whatever inside. Terrible, like being molested by your father or whatever. I'm just trying to use something really deep. This is a bad card. So if this. It usually go with the person I'm talking about, the victim though. So we got Pennsylvania again. So we got Pennsylvania. Pt.4-It. So we got York, Pennsylvania, or town in Pennsylvania, or Pennsylvania period, or whatever, right? So we got a monster who was corny to Mr. Corey. It was complicated for this monster to show him good, to show him love, right? So we have. He had a choice of standing up against abuse, Mr. Corey. So we have right here that things was was trying to sugarcoat things. They was trying to sugarcoat things and stitch things. This man Zach and his friends or whoever. But he wanted to express Mr. Corey. He had a lot of feelings. He was feeling like, or this person or these people in general. Something went too far, and Mr. Corey wanted peace, so it was time for Mr. Corey to act so they could survive. They felt like they needed him to do whatever so they could survive. So he had to work harder on falling back in love with himself, with Mr. Corey. Work hard on loving himself because they wanted joint custody. They wanted him to be courteous, get in what they wanted him to get into. They didn't want to hear no out of him. So you're in, Mr. Corey here, king. So you're in your kingship, Mr. Corey. Stay on your throne. You are king and you demand respect. Because here's there on somebody who couldn't control themselves in their own skin. He might like fashion or this person. Oh my goodness, that man Zach up in this storyline. You tell me God ain't good. I'm shuffling. I just saw the name. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's deep. God is good. Oh my goodness. I saw it. Let me just show you again. I gotta show you. God is good. God knows Mr. Corey's storyline. That's why God is like, God knows. I saw it. I was shuffling. I don't know where it's at though. Let's just see what could come out. I saw it. It ain't spelt the same way, but okay. It was Showtime. Life was like a movie for Mr. Corey. He had to be a realist because it was premeditated with this man. So let's just I'm gonna let you just see Mr. Zach. He wanted his needs met, and it was abuse. I saw that name. That's why I said that. I just thought it was amazing. I saw that name. We got a female, whoever she is. Astonished that she did it. Some female. So we might have somebody who dressed like a woman if it's not a real female. Yes, you're on your path. So he on his path as far as being with God, but now is vital that so he decided he didn't want to do what these people wanted to say. I told you, I saw that card, that name. It's not spelled the same, but it's the same name. Because look what it says on the back. He showed in his actions that he didn't love the person. So I gotta say, Mr. Corey. But this is an accurate name that goes with a person who was his friend. Deep. Okay. He wanted him to go that way. This is really a gay card, but I can take it another way. Whatever the person wants you to do, are you willing to do it? But it is a gay card, but if you're willing to do it, look at the card. If you go that way, tell me. Whatever it is they want you to do, if it's gay or whatever it is the person wants. Sell drugs or whatever the person wants them to do. But this the God side. Mr. Corey not on here. You know I got to put his name because I'm talking about him. Mr. Corey, are you willing to indulge, to stay friends, to have a job, to be connected or whatever? Are you willing to indulge, Mr. Corey, to keep this person, to be friends, to have a job? It's your choice. Hear the person. Do you go that way? Will you do this or whatever? Deep. Okay. I just want to see the prison card and I will be really happy. It was premeditated. I'm hearing again a bunch of freaks is coming back again in my mind. Okay, so we have right here that he was in a political area, racist area, upscale area. Somewhere he was with people, political. Then went national, number 14, number 41. Somebody could have been 41 years old, 14. We got number 14, exit or birthday or part of a license or whatever it is, social security, part of a phone number, or whatever that is, door number or plot number or whatever this is, I don't know. So I want what I signed up for, my man or a woman. So somebody was nesting, so some kind of way, somebody was maybe flirting with Mr. Corey, and it was a man and looking like a woman or whatever this is. Let me see, I want what I signed up for, a man or a woman. Somebody might have been flirting. Okay. He got anxious. These people was mellow. They wanted to know why was he embarrassed. Okay. Somebody was a ticking time bomb against him because somebody was saying something was, oh no, somebody wanted to be fruitful with him. Okay, so we have, we got somebody who's not his race that was fighting him. Okay, it was the tension time away. Okay, if you met the person straight, he wasn't obligated to take this person back gay, somebody that he might ain't seen in a while, and it must have been that man, Zach. He might ain't seen him in a while, but the man gay now. Okay, he wanted structure because he got stung by this person. Okay, at this place, so he had to be considerate of his person. He had a woman home and his baby home, right? I'm not selfish because I want a whole man, a whole woman. So he not selfish because he want who he got home. He don't want no gay person or some man that's dressed like a woman or whatever was going on there. There's some choice words and it was some defeat. We got number 15, number 6, number 51. Could be ages, times, or whatever. So he captured an opportunity at the lighthouse. So if Mr. Corey didn't get to go to no lighthouse, the person, one of them people got to go there. Because I'm going to call the lighthouse for Mr. Corey is, he wouldn't have went to a, not there because he wasn't even home. He was at some place, so I don't, if he went to any, if he went somewhere, why would he be going there, Lord? Let me look at these cards. Let me see something. I don't want to be negative about things, but come on. I mean, why would Mr. Corey be going there, Lord? Did anybody? I don't want to think like that, but my mind just says something because The lighthouse for Mr. Corey, it shouldn't be with Mr. Corey, not with this right here. Not him being with these people. Wait a minute. Let me look up my calls for a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. I never thought about this with Mr. Corey before, ever. I haven't thought about this ever with Mr. Corey before, but with the lighthouse card, Mr. Corey shouldn't have been going to none of them places with these people because he ain't even know that place. So his lighthouse would be the hospital or church. He wouldn't be going to church with them people or the hospital with them people. So with all them other people there, they could have been going to the other places that the lighthouse represent, like drug treatment, Alcoholics Anonymous, or rehab, but not him. He didn't even know that area. He wouldn't be going to church there with them people or the hospital. So right here, this card is Mr. Corey's card, though. He captured the opportunity at the lighthouse. So only thing I can see with Mr. Corey would put with Mr. Corey is hospital, but he wouldn't be going to the hospital down there with these people. So it's taking me back now to, did these people take Mr. Corey somewhere actually? Was there some kind of organ stuff going on? I never thought like that with Mr. Corey until I'm seeing this lighthouse card. And back then you heard me say a vaccine or IV or whatever you heard me say back then. But I don't even know why would that be happening either. But anyway, let me just keep on going. Right, let's just see. So one of these people went to the hospital because of bruises or whatever from Mr. Corey. That Mr. Corey kind of messed up somebody's, what arm is that? The left arm. No, his arm got messed up, I feel. Mr. Corey's arm got messed up because he was pinned down or something. But if these people got bruises on them from Mr. Corey doing something to them and they went to the hospital some kind of way to get, some kind of care done to them. Other than that, Mr. Corey is no reason for Mr. Corey to be going to hospital among these people. He didn't know these people unless he was going to some place that was like a hospital or whatever, and they was taking people organs. Other than that, I don't really see why this would be on his side. This is his card though. That's what I'm saying. Let me just see what this one is. I never really looked at his storyline with nothing like that, but I can't leave nothing off the table when I see certain cards because we don't know where Mr. Corey is. Because we got more than one black man that's missing that organs been taken. And that's just a fact to it. Right? That is true. But we don't know where Mr. Corey yet to say if his organs are missing or if they not. I never looked at his case like that until I see this hospital card. This card here. He wouldn't be going to church there. He don't know them people. He wouldn't even be going to hospital there. Now if he's unconscious or whatever, that's a whole different story. Because people can take you where they want to take you and do anything they want to do if you're unconscious. Right? So I don't know with that. Because they was picking people in the order of certain kind of people. Short, tall, black, white, gay, straight, or whatever for whatever they was trying to do. You heard me say the trafficking card earlier, right? He's not in trafficking. But the thing is, if you're doing something that's like trafficking, right? So let's just flow. He's wishing for a good decision with somebody who was like, God said his hand in hand with the enemy. Because this person was animalistic to him. So we got at least like 4 men. 4 or 5 of them. So all got different names here. So that means it's different men. So we got a sinful place here with glass doors or glass windows. Any sinful place. Court, church, hospital, police station, any place. Club, school, anything, any place is sinful if sin can happen in it. Sin can happen in any place, even down to your own home. Even that house they was at, sinful. Get what I'm saying? Sin can happen anywhere. It's not restricted. Jail, wherever it's at, right? So he was around someplace, whatever it was, that house or somewhere else they took him. Follow me? So we have right here, it was across some kind of way right here, near greenery or by a park. And here we got this man's name again. So this man, Zach, that's what the card's saying. It was hard. He showed in his actions he cared about Mr. Corey. Okay. Mr. Corey had to demonstrate self-love as key and challenge it. Okay, so he had to wear the shield on and the helmet of stone for the best outcome for his life, right? To please his soul, he felt he needed to go. Mr. Corey, to get out of that and get away from these people, but to please this man Zach's soul and anybody he's connected to, they felt Mr. Corey had to go because he would know their secret. They couldn't let him go after they did certain things to him or he saw certain things. Or he knew certain things already or some other things he wound up finding out. Or after they did something to him, period, or whatever it might be. They couldn't let him go. Or they weren't going to let him go because it was impossible. They made it impossible. The double Jesus miracle card is not a card to play around with. We talking about two miracles put together. You ain't getting out. God will have to really work that to get you out because just having a miracle, some people don't even believe in miracles, but miracles do happen, people. But like a miracle can happen where Mr. Corey can be found tomorrow. I mean, I'm open to anything when it comes down to God with miracles. I want to hear that Mr. Corey is found. I want it to be, what is this? Let's get ready down to February. I want it to be before February over. We hear something as far as Mr. Corey, a witness come forth and say what Mr. Corey is. I just want to hear something as far as Mr. Corey. This person wanted him to do something gay. If not gay, just wanted him to get in whatever. Follow me? And he wasn't trying to have it. God says, it's up to you, Mr. Corey. Whatever it is, right? Selling pills, doing something gay, or whatever these people wanted. Tension was going on. He had to enjoy the life that God continued to give him. And be happy again in his life. Or over here with his family, tension brewed when this situation happened, but they had to enjoy their life, continue their life. So we had these people wanting him to lay down beside them for money. They wanted him to take off every layer, lay beside me so we can make some money, make movies or whatever these people was up to. These people was up to something. Somebody might have had on pink, like the color pink. Or his mother might like the color pink. We got at least 3 people. Might wanted a threesome or whatever this stuff is. Every day wasn't a good day. He had a blank look on his face or his mother. Right here's that card. They're scaling things out for a rosy summer because they was trying to plan out something to make money. Okay, so we have right here, they wanted insurance that he is going to do something, that he will do something, and he wasn't making it happen. They wanted to sow a seed of non-doubt. We're going to do it, and he wasn't trying to do it. Okay, so here we go again with it. He saw it clear as possible, or they saw it. So he saw it, he was coming at him, or this man was coming at him, or whatever, and he wasn't trying to go that direction, anything like that. So they stopped him from praying for a lifetime. That means living, getting married, having more kids, seeing this child, or whatever it is. They just stopped his life in general. One of them, 2 of them, whoever done it. Because we have right here, somebody's working hard on trying to figure out how they're going to fix things after they did what they did. Wanted to revamp. Was working on it all day, all night or whatever, trying to figure out something. Because somebody was following Mr. Corey from a distance. online, in person, for a while, period, before they met up with him, period, before, what's his name, Zach, before he met up with him, period, and told him to meet him somewhere, or to go with him somewhere, or online, or just after the fuss happened, however this is. I want to see the prison part, Lord. I'm ready to stop it. I see the bulletproof, but I don't know if he was shot or not, Lord. I don't know. I don't know. These people got some stuff going on with these people. The money scheme card is always a bad card. Nobody comes out of the money scheme card unscathed. Either you die or you go into jail. There's no coming out because they don't like you pulling out. That's the thing with the money scheme card. They don't like you pulling out. They don't like that. They doing that because they got plans. They making money. They got their money invested. Or what is going on? Even saying no. Or they thought they knew you so good that you're going to go along with whatever. He is received by somebody of service. So if not a person in uniform, there's a person in uniform or somebody who got some kind of authority, somebody who got some kind of authority, somebody of service, a boss, a cop, or teacher, or somebody, whoever it is. Okay, I'm going to try to take a little bit more and I'm going upstairs because I just really wanted the jail card, but I'm just going to cut in and leave it to God to bring us a miracle between now and the end of next month. I'm going to stretch it just that far, Lord, because it's taking a while for the witnesses want to talk, I feel like. Or if the witness don't want to talk, is Mr. Corey reaching out and Mr. Corey want the witness to talk. But I feel the witness want to talk. Mr. Corey want to be found. Mr. Corey want to go home to people who love Mr. Corey, first of all. These people just toss Mr. Corey around in a way like Mr. Corey is a piece of trash. Like the scraps off their dinner table, they just throw in the trash. They just threw him away like he was nobody. Like he wasn't loved. Like he didn't have a thriving, living life before he went in the car with these people. These people need to get everything they deserve. It was awful. Here, God saying it right here. It was awful. They tested and measured and saw how far they could go because he is all there deserted by himself. This so-called friend of his that he had wasn't hitting on nothing because he turned on him. He was there alone. He was a lone wolf. We got right here the support card. Looking at reality of things, looking at things realistically. No more bowing down. He didn't want to bow down to this man Zach no more. I'm not doing it. I changed my life or whatever because this man didn't want him as a friend. He just wanted to use him. Right? Did something strategic. He wanted him to brush yourself off. Let it be your decision just to brush yourself off. Forget what I did to you, that I mistreated you. But Mr. Corey had dormant behavior here, so we have, I'm going to try to end this. Like I said, we got the water card, so it could have been where he was in water, or it could be where he was buried. So if it's not either one of them, I don't have any other cards that really say like, it needs to be checked really good. If things get checked real good before rolling things out, sometimes people don't check things good. I like for those men to check the water for Mr. Corey. You know, I don't know their names. I saw them last week or whatever. They found like a young man who was in a pond right by an apartment complex. They took the whole car out of it, and he was in it too. I wish those men could look and see if Mr. Corey is in the water. I really wish they could see if Mr. Corey is in the water. Because he could be in the water, or he could be buried. The thing is, the way to know for sure is for somebody to talk. And then you can go from there. But we need the people to talk. Think about if it was your family member. Would you want somebody to do that to your family member? Hand forevermore. So we have right here that he's gonna marry a lady here. Put that hand forevermore. He's gonna marry a lady right here. Or he thought him and I guess this person was friends. They're gonna be friends for the rest of their life, but that's not true. That person wasn't right. Okay. For all eyes to see, he's going to tell somebody that he's going to get married. Or for all eyes to see, somebody was afraid he's going to tell on them that the person was gay maybe, or something like that. So, he is going to be knowledgeable. God told him to put his name on a job, a new job. So, that would be his music career. Don't even deal with these people with that. But never again would a family get the gift, or these people get the gift of Mr. Corey, because he was murdered. Spilling it won't only help this witness. Your conscious thinker, you need to talk, whoever you are. You are there because God let me see you in a vision last week, and whenever I did it, you are there. The acts need to stay in the past. This man who was a friend of his, he might didn't even see this man in a long time, and he might have just showed up randomly. I just don't know. But God said that man need to stay in the past somewhere. This man was a burden. God said, drop your burden, Mr. Corey. Because this person used to take pills. No more pill popping or addiction. So maybe back, no more doing. I don't know back then if Mr. Corey used to take pills, used to drink. I have no idea. However it's flowing, him or this man, however it was back then. He need to lead this man back there though. Because people don't want you to grow. They want to just keep you the same. Okay? He is trying to pan out the court life maybe, or how long he's going to be at that house with these people maybe. So, life itself is like a jigsaw puzzle maybe at that house right there. How long I'm going to be here? He wanted out probably after a while. Right? Let's see. It was nice to want to help at home. But in some cases it won't work. It was time for him to invest. So maybe some kind of way he invested with these people before, and he did business with these people before, or this man was talking to him about doing some kind of business deal or whatever, and he was going to invest with him, or he did invest, but then he decided to pull out or something like that. It's nice to want to help at home. He want to help at home and make things work at home, but that mean he had to go places and move around to be able to make the money, anything like that. So somebody was absorbing to see if he was genuine, if he's really going to get in a deal with them or something like that, or he decided he wanted to get out of this deal once he saw what it was, and somebody was absorbing to see if he was genuine about getting out of the deal or whatever. Dealing with a lot of money here. Okay, over here the mother take out a lawsuit eventually, some kind of way. Let's put that over there for a minute. Let's just see. Universe, you know all about it. Okay, leave this person back there. God says there's gonna be consequences if he didn't leave this person behind. And it was, because look what happened with this person. Sometimes people, they just want to drag you down and keep you down because their life ain't hitting on them. And that's just the truth about it. This person didn't want to see Mr. Corey shine. He didn't want to see him shine. Here's the card. I'm not going to be your hermit, Mr. Corey, while you shine. You ain't going to keep me hidden. I'm not going to be hidden while you shine. I want to shine too. The card don't say all of that, but I got to make it like what the person would be saying. The card says, I'm not going to be your hermit. Keep me hidden while you shine. So I got to talk and say the rest to the card. You're not going to be shining while I be a hermit and be in the background. Because Mr. Corey was doing his music. He was going to be shining and already shining. This person seemed like a deadbeat or whatever he was. lack of love. Some information was going to show there was a lack of love for Mr. Corey, right? So he told Mr. Corey to go to a place, and he went, didn't he? To whatever that place was, that house they went to, right? It said a hotel on here, so he didn't go to a hotel. He went to this house, whatever house he went, with this man, Zach, right? That he trusted and liked, right? A friend of his, right? He trusted somewhat, and he went with this person. It's saying a hotel on the card, but it wasn't a hotel, but he was going to stay the night, I guess, right? So you might go call it a hotel, right? It was someplace for him to stay the night, right? So this man Corey, or whoever he is hooked to, these people was blaming it on being adopted some kind of way. That's why the person is a monster. The man Corey, or whoever he is hooked to, that did something to Mr. I said it wrong. My mistake, Mr. Corey. This man, Mr. Zach, I am so sorry, Mr. Corey. Forgive the brass love one. I talk too fast sometimes. Okay, let's see. This man, Mr. Zach, he is a monster, and he blaming things on he was either adopted or hanging with these people he's hanging with, and that made him be like a monster. Okay? So it was playtime. Playtime is talking business or romance, and they wanted that from Mr. Corey. But Mr. Corey had to be the best king he could be. God says, right? Don't give in to what they saying. Here's Mr. Corey. Okay, what's next, God? I see it now, what they trying to do to me, what they trying to make happen, or whatever's going on, because it was activity as far as Mr. Corey's phone. But his phone was locked, turned off, turned down. Sorry, something's going on with his phone. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you know about it. They wanted him to get to the melting pot. Come on and get in something with me, Corey. He wasn't trying to do it though. So we got number 21, number 12. Something could have happened. The 12th, December, whatever. He had to see what he needed to see. And he was in his emotions maybe once he saw whatever it was. Let's see. Somebody could have had on sunglasses. Somebody could have had on a raincoat. Okay, let's just see. Lately, one of them justifying something. Back then. Number 14, number 41, number 43, number 42. Somebody could have been 44. They wasn't valuing others. They wasn't valuing Mr. Corey. Newsflash. They needed to wake up. It's like that. They wasn't valuing Mr. Corey, but God said it was wake up time for Mr. Corey. It was heartbreaking because they put Mr. Corey out. Okay, so they wanted him to take off every layer and reveal the naked soul. They wanted him to undress for money because somebody was a money machine, was trying to make money some kind of way. But God wanted him to straighten these people out, whoever they were. So this man, he sit there and he kind of, it's like a setup. He already knew what he had planned out. But Mr. Corey didn't know all it was, and he got him like stranded somewhere. Okay, gathering up information. Somebody was walking all over Mr. Corey, gathering up information about him, or they knew information about him. I guess from the man Zach, maybe. Because this man Zach facilitated something with Mr. Corey, shouldn't have went with it, and that is to go to whatever house they went to. Whatever this stuff is. Because Mr. Corey, they felt like he was a turncoat, and they decided to pluck him. They chose to do it, and they decided to stick a fork in Mr. Corey. Somebody like an Aquarius, got a son that's an Aquarius. They are Aquarius, period. Their father Aquarius, mother Aquarius. Somebody is an Aquarius or act like one. I'm an Aquarius, but somebody is like an Aquarius or air sign person. So we got somebody 42 and up, or 30, or 24 and up. That's in the equation. I love him, but it won't be no romance. So Mr. Corey, like Mr. Zach or whatever, his friends and all, but he not having no romance with this man. That's not his thing, right? So they had some kind of rug, right, in the house They might have used the rug to wrap them up, and no telling what these people done. Nobody was there that loved them, so nobody knows what happened. So we got a rug right here, or could be on that floor right now. A striped rug, a design rug, or whatever in that house. He need to taste what was on his plate and throw away the scraps, Mr. Corey. So we have right here that we got a female. We might have a female. Her name don't have to be Courtney, but she wanted to get to the Milky Way. Or we got a gay man, right? Or a man that got a female name. If he gay, he usually throw out a female name. You know, if he a person who acting like a woman, dressing like a woman, trans, or whatever's going on with the person, they throwing out a female name, so you think it's a female. Okay. Okay, he's going to be sharing in the support group. So his family going to be sharing in the support group some kind of way over here if they go to court. 32. Might could be 32. 23. Money was spending. So I don't know if he owed money. Or somebody owed him money or anything like that. Or it's going to go over to the family. Money gonna be pending for the family because it might have to be where there's a wrongful death suit or something like that against Mr. Corey, but we really want Mr. Corey back. There's another man that's like 5 names, at least 5 men. He's wondering if he could trust somebody, and he can't trust none of these people. He don't know these people for a body. He don't trust these. He don't know these people. He had to focus on the journey. He had to cut the cord on anything ungodly, God says, because something was flimsy. He went through torment. Somebody was going like the grandstand, and it wasn't kosher. So we have right here, do I need to prosecute? Knowing him matters not. He was a star in the light. God said here's a star in the light there, and knowing him don't matter. Yeah, he need to prosecute. So Mr. Corey could have prosecuted. And the only thing I can see if money was pending, money was owed to him as far as something, or if he was attacked, because there's nothing else for me to see for him to be prosecuting against him for. Okay, here's the life card. What is life to you? What is it to you? So that is when somebody and this will be the family over here. Once they gonna want to prosecute. They don't care nothing about if they know it. Mr. Zach claimed he was like a friend to their son or not. It don't matter, because he didn't look at Mr. Corey's life as anything, not even worth a cent. So we had intensity, cover your genitals. So Mr. Corey had to cover his genitals because we got people who it was seed time and it was a sure thing. These people was trying to make some kind of money. These people had some stuff going on at this place. Ain't no joke. There's a lot going on with these people here. Stop thinking that others know more than him. He knew just as much. Need more, but not doing enough to make it happen. God wanted him to do all he could. That's what happened on his journey. We got people that are trying to make him like a prostitute, trying to get him to give in. Family will get ecstatic in some kind of way. Mr. Corey is found. We get a witness to say where Mr. Corey is. That's the only thing I can see being ecstatic on this table. That's the only thing that I can see as far as anybody being ecstatic on this table. Unless it's the people murdering Mr. Corey or whatever they did. But other than that, for his family to have a witness come forth and say where Mr. Corey at. That's the only thing I can see that would be ecstatic and be happy if you find out where Mr. Corey is, because he is dealing with a Judas. He is a wonderful conqueror though, because somebody moved fast on it and committed manslaughter against Mr. Corey because they was fussing. They went up to the rooftops where you really fussing. He had to have a clear mind, because The family knows, the community know, a group of people know, or whatever, whoever know, but can he cope with it? Could he cope with it? Could he cope with it, or could the person cope with it? Let me think. Some people know. Those people do know. They know what happened because they the ones that was there. Go ahead and fight for your life and start running. So he is fighting for his life. Only you can make this happen. So he's fighting for his life. I feel he was not going to be scared of his feelings. Or they was telling him, don't be scared of your feelings. Or they wanted him to just give in to what they talking about. He never felt like that before. I don't know if this, let me see. Because this, I can't get away from that car. Isn't there another one in here? I hate to sound like that, but this is like the third one. I think somebody did something to Mr. Corey. I mean, that's the third one. Let's just see for a minute. Being free to make his own choices. Being free to make his own choice. Why did he allow others to dictate and try to have hold over him? But I feel like he wasn't, and that's what the problem was. Dealing with Billfold social club, a job, social club, any kind of social club job or whatever. So dealing with those people that's like a social club, or these people was dealing with some kind of social club, some place where they get money from or whatever. Continue consideration for the masses. So they was he was having he had a social, he was going to be dealing with a social club he wanted to do as a music, right, where he's going to get paid, and consideration for the masses, the people who come and see him, his fans. But then these people was dealing with whatever they was dealing with, whatever money mess they was going on, crooked stuff. They was looking at what was a cabbage breaker, and him not going along with what they wanted was a cabbage breaker. They was looking at what was superficial. Because they was trying to get money, wealth. So we have right here that believe what you wish, I'm making a change. So he wasn't trying to do what these people wanted. Okay, so we have, may I have a word with you, Miss Blank. This could be the family over having a word with a lawyer, or this could just be him. He was talking to some female there, whoever it is, or maybe the man's mother. Some woman. It's a business lady though. On Monday, Saturday, or whatever day, limits were sky high for him to be able, I guess, to go to work or whatever it is. So he might have been soaring for wealth as far as him doing his music, or these people was soaring for wealth or whatever all they was doing. So he had to have a clear mind. Because he is dealing with somebody who was letting off their sexual tendencies. So we have, let's see what this one. When was you going to tell me? I wouldn't have known this about you. So some kind of way this person here is connected to, had something going on with the person, and he said, when was you going to tell me? I wouldn't have known this about you. So get up. Rape took me here sexually. So the person is gay because rape took the person in sexually to be a certain kind of way. The person was raped maybe then. So if nobody did nothing to Mr. Corey that way, they was focused on the sexuality though. So if they ain't do nothing to Mr. Corey that way, they stole money from him, or they just stole his life. But I see a lot of rape cards, and usually when it go like that, it go with the person I'm talking about, because that's my focus, the person we talking about. But then we trying to get the culprits here, so we got a witness going to talk, and we need the witness to talk. I made my back hurt now, so I need to stop, because I usually don't have a backache, but I'm sitting a certain way, and it's cold down here to go with it. So for Mr. Corey, I'm going to do a little bit more, Mr. Corey, just a little bit, because I got to respect my body. I can't abuse my body. Okay, Mr. Corey. Let me stop. I'm gonna make it short, so I want to stay on here long. You're a musician, right? I like to sing too. You love your mama. Yeah, I know. I know you do. And your daddy. You daddy, right? You daddy seed, right? You daddy seed. I always tell people, I'm my daddy seed. Daddy seed. I come from my daddy. Daddy seed. I mean, daddy, right? Daddy is the one with the seed. We kinda be pushing stuff over there. Mother's just nurturing all that, but daddy is the one where the seed comes from. Right, Mr. Corey. Okay, that's just flow. I'm gonna end it right now. That's I gotta go upstairs. Mr. Corey. We're gonna find you, Mr. Corey. I'm hoping God bring it to pass before February is over with. I wish it could be tomorrow. If I could go and just step wherever you at right now, and I would, but I don't know exactly where you at. To bring you home to your family. It's like he peeked out again. It's like he peeked out the bushes. It's like he peeked out the bushes. Mr. Corey had dreadlocks. I cut my dreadlocks off though, so when I look at Mr. Corey, it made me think of myself because I had long ones too. I don't know how long he had his, but his looked long like mine was. Like my twin right there with those dreadlocks. When I look at them dreadlocks, they so beautiful. So let's just flow, Mr. Corey. Let's just flow, Mr. Corey. You want to come home, and we want to help bring you home. We want to help bring you home. Mr. Corey home before February. At the February universe, you can do anything with fail without me already know. Let this make the person's presence known and do some kind of talking. And just trust in you that don't worry about what the people say or think. If the person had to do it anonymous, however they have to do it, it's time that he come home to his family who love him. Thank you. Okay. Real life, not snowballs and lollipops. So we got somebody who had race problems, need to seek what's troubling a person because they felt like he was happy with his color. He wasn't going to be feeling bad about who he was. Okay, so we have a player who was we got searching for love with a player. So we're gonna say with Mr. Corey was searching for love with a player. So we're gonna put it this way, that this man Zach is the player, or is the boss, or whoever he is. He the one who took him there or whatever, right? So he's searching for love. That means he's trying to get along with or whatever, right? In this storyline, I'm ready to be guided to my path, be talking to God, because he know he exists for a bigger reason than what he even think or what people think. Because they wanted him to say he game, he in, and what they had planned out. But God wanted him to make arrangements to get out of that camp, get out of that house, but he couldn't do so much because he was stuck. Daily life made people rethink of things they need to change and seek in their life. So he was like by himself, because it say he's single. So he was single. So it say biracial. He wasn't biracial, but we're going to put that he was a black man, okay, among these people, right? So he wanted tenderness and sensitivity, but yeah, so we have he's being treated like trash because somebody was on the ledge upset with him some kind of way, right? So live the best life by getting healed for recovery for a brighter future. That would be for the family, but they have to get Mr. Corey. Okay, so we might be a place that got a lot of birds. Or we got 19, number 9, number 91. Somebody might got birds in their house, birds in their yard, or bird cages, or whatever's going on with birds, right? Here's going to be a song. So we have, he clapped back. He said he was done now, or they said he was done with him, one of these men, okay? He can call somebody because he was scared, but his phone was wherever it was, or he was calling out for help some kind of way, but nobody was answering because he was out in the wilderness or wherever he was. So this person here, Zach, he might have told him, let's laugh at the oldies, because he might hadn't seen him in a long time and decided to meet up with him some kind of way and think about, yeah, let's all get together and laugh at the oldies or anything like that, like people be saying. Or we might have his family might do that as far as a situation. Get things together, maybe during his birthday time or whatever it might be, and laugh at the oldies or anything like that. So we have death of anything that did not serve these people. A death was going to come to, and Mr. Corey didn't serve these people. A relationship or anything that killed their emotions, they was going to kill it, and that was Mr. Corey. Because this man Zach thought they was unique as him and Mr. Corey, right? But he needed to filter his ways. He thought that him and Mr. Corey was friends or whatever, so they was going to do things the same, or they two are the same kind, or whatever he was thinking like. But over here with his mother, she might feel like they are unique, as she get along with him real good or whatever. But let's just put it back over here. He had a healing path, Mr. Corey. He was an earth angel person. He needed to leave destruction behind, and that would be these people. He's being appreciative of a house that was sufficient. That house he was staying at that night, but he lost his cushions in minutes. That means his life, okay? Because they was bullying him. I'm going to talk for Mr. Corey. They bullying me. By God's number of grace. So he really wanted to express, or he is trying to express what he was expressing, but he's trying his best to escape this situation, right? Okay, we got whoever this is didn't even know their father deep down, or they didn't know their father at all, or their father didn't show them love. So God said this person was not going to care about him and really didn't care about him. He needed to get out of this mess and get away from this man, Zach. So we got another man's name. It's about 5 men at least. There's a lot of people at this house. About 5 of them, 6 of them or something. Okay, it's another name. That means it's another person. So somebody asked him something, and he said, for what? Nervous at a place. So this house, wherever they was, it got some kind of name to it, unless they went somewhere else. Unless they went to a club, or if they ain't go to a club or anything like that, a restaurant, a club, if they ain't go to nothing like that, that house got a name to the area, because this is a name of something, right? Let's just see, they worked hard on it, whatever they was going to do, whatever they had planned out or whatever. Or he worked hard on something because he was going to be going to sing somewhere or play somewhere or whatever. Whatever day. It don't have to be a Wednesday or Friday. So God said he must stay on his path. And his path was to go do his singing, right? And let these other people find other ways to pleasure themselves. Because these people don't care nothing about you, especially this man, Zach, right? So he had to learn his lessons. The lessons God said he needed to learn and get away from this man and anybody hooked to him to be him to express his spirituality. So here we... Oh, shucks. Okay, now I don't know which one it was. Shucks, was it this one? I don't know. Was it this one? I don't know which fell. I don't know. It might was this, because it's a lightweight card. This might be the card. I don't know, Lord, which card it was. Okay, then. Maybe that's the card. Okay, so here's deceived, or somebody of service, somebody who said it's going to help them some kind of way or anything like that. Somebody could be a Capricorn, an Earth sign, or a fire sign person. Somebody want him to chew on it for a while and fall. Here's deceived by somebody of service that he put his trust in. Okay, help stop the loss of kids. Of children if you can. So he's not a child, but his mother's child. Get what I'm saying? So his mother was going to put out all kind of information to get help as far as her son, flyers or whatever she had to do, and she was going to move fast on it. Okay? So we had this card right here and put it over his mother. You're calling too much. So she was going to do some calling and put in some good work ethics to try to find out where her son is, to get some information about where her son is or anything like that. If we put it over with Mr. Corey over here, these people wanted him to chew on it in full, but do what they wanted him to do. They was calling, or this man Zach was calling to try to get him to come and go along or whatever it is. Or when he worked, period, as far as his music, maybe he got good work ethics or anything like that, or maybe his band was calling him to come to work or whatever that card would be. So we have right here that he's dealing with a resource. We get information from his mother, dealing with a resource, information, police station, courthouse, or whatever this is. Or he was dealing with some kind of resource as far as his music, or with these people here. There's him sitting down at the table talking, or these people wanted him to sit down and talk, or his mother was going to sit down and talk, or she did already, or whatever. So these people felt he had a nerve. This guy here, Zach, or whoever was connected, felt like he got a nerve asking them questions, putting them on trial, questioning them. Or he might felt that way. Or we have right here that the mother want to be putting them on trial, and he might feel that she got a nerve. So somebody might have curly hair or just hair that don't look like Mr. Corey, another race. So we have right here that he went somewhere where he thought it was going to be light, but it was danger below, negative, death. All right, so water below means a negative. It's a negative card, but it also could mean that he could be in water below. It don't have to be, but he could, okay? So God didn't want Mr. Corey to go in fast like a sailor and go to this place with this man, Mr. Zach, because he was deceived with the card down here. Somebody of service that said, oh, I'm going to help you, man, or I can give you a ride, or whatever he was saying. Okay, your life is your own. Don't force it on me. So Mr. Corey felt like, don't force your ways on me, the things you want to do. So temperatures was rising in both of them. So here's the common denominator, Mr. Corey. If he changed his identity, it won't work with his twin. That means his woman home. So if he go gay, go trans, and clash, or whatever with this man here, Mr. Zach, it wasn't going to work with Mr. Zach if he clashed, but it wasn't going to work with his woman at home if he go gay or anything like that. Get my drift, okay? So we have, give me a reason why I should take you back as a friend or whatever. I'm fighting my feelings, but I want to let them rise. I want to get really upset with you. So that would be Mr. Corey by this man coming on to him or whatever he's saying, right? But this would also be the man Zach to Mr. Corey, because he's so mad that Mr. Corey is going against him or whatever. Because he probably had it in his mind that Mr. Corey would go along with whatever he's saying, but he didn't got what you call a tight face. It's not going his way. Because Mr. Corey wanted to deviate from a conquest deal, and that was a no-no, because this man already had things planned out to the T, got money in the bank. I mean, not in the bank, got money in the, set up some kind of way with other people where he need for this to go through, right? But Mr. Corey is going against. Okay, do not refuse any help that God sends you. God says for Mr. Corey, look at your life, and if you don't see no progress, you got to ask yourself why. Don't ask God. So he deviated right here. So he was going God's way because he deviated. He been saying no the whole time, though. So I feel like he was going God's way. They didn't like it, though. So over here with the family, don't refuse any help that God send to you. Look at your life. If you don't see anything changing, and don't ask God, ask yourself. If you don't see no progress from last year as far as maybe this case or just your own life in general for the family, or as far as this case, if it goes over there, but if it's over with Mr. Corey. But Mr. Corey had deviated. He been saying no the whole storyline. All of them that I said for Mr. Corey, he said no. All of them. Okay, so I didn't see the jail part. That's the problem. I didn't see the jail card. I didn't see none of my jail cards, universe. Not one of them came out. Oh, yes, it was a court card. Wait a minute, let me think. Oh, yeah, it was a jail card, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, this time around somebody going to jail. I really like that sort of prison. That would have been really, really good for me to see this. Okay, I'm getting ready to get up. Because, yeah. Bear with me for a minute. Bear with me. Wait a minute. Okay, good. Okay, let's just take this little bit and that be it. Okay, universe, you know all about it. Okay, let's just see what this says. Mr. Corey. Whoa, deep. God bought out a jail card. They gonna boo-hoo. Somebody gonna boo-hoo because they committed a senseless act. That means somebody going to jail. Okay? Because they mixed up in gossip. And that as far as doing something to Mr. Corey. Right? They gonna boo-hoo about it. And somebody is going to jail. Getting hauled in at least. Some kind of way it's gonna be a time and date checked. That's honorable for it to happen. Or that's what somebody did. Had an honorable time set to kind of set Mr. Corey up. Because it feel like a setup. Because he didn't go with what they said. They stayed on like the gas guzzler coming after him. He is walking a thin line while calming his pain. It's obvious that somebody knows something, and we know they know something. Is a witness. So in the wintertime, this wintertime, right? No more base conditions as far as growing money. So they wanted to grow money, and he might have been trying to grow money too at one point before or something. I don't know. Okay, he had to leave destruction behind. Right? Remember I said not too long ago, but these people was hell-bent on destruction. So I don't know if somebody shot Mr. Corey or not, right? But it don't have to be, but I see 2 gun cards, so it could be where they just was taking this shot to plant their fortune, and Mr. Corey was going to be helping them plant their fortune because they wanted to use him as their lifeboat. So at one time he might have planted his fortune with this man with this act before back then, maybe something like that. But he don't do it no more. You remember I told you can't be a baby still and be 55 years old. You grow, right? Your body grow, everything grow. Your mind, everything's supposed to grow. You don't supposed to stay the same. Okay, so we have right here that number 34. Somebody could be 34. Right now, God says that he had to get on his path. Okay, so right then, because dealing with them people he wasn't, and once he kind of could get away from them, but only way he got on his path, really got on his path, was to go with God because he couldn't get from there. So we got out of the Bible right here. This is a thesis, but I like to use the Bible when I put this card out. If not, the thesis in a police paperwork, court work, papers or whatever. So we got the Bible, 401. So we had Genesis 4, Genesis 40. Fourth book of the Bible, the first chapter, first verse, the 10th chapter of the Bible, 10th book of the Bible, however you want to put it. It's 401. You can switch it and take it however. And God will give some kind of message with whatever it is. So if I say Genesis 4, right? Genesis 4. Genesis chapter 1, verse 4. Genesis chapter 1, verse 40 or whatever, right? I'm just throwing it out there. Whatever it might be. It could be twisted. It only had to be the Bible. I like to use it as the Bible. So, okay, it's time to grow up, God says. It's time for you to call. Come on, witness. Come on and call. Because it's right next to it. It's obvious. Somebody knows something and you know something. So come on and tell us. Okay, no more time for lack. Come on and tell us. Come on. Let destruction go and come tell us. You holding on to a corrupt pain yourself because you know what happened. Just tell us. Okay? He is dealing with a dangerous love. This person who he claimed to be a friend and had a lot going on, this Pied Piper guy. But evidently this man is your friend too, whoever you are, the witness, right? And you know, no matter what came against Mr. Corey, he still stood tall. So we have right here that because he went against, he still was holding his own, it went like it went. He wanted to get to full bloom, but you all wanted to get to full bloom. Evidently, he is an era of living that was unique. He didn't live there. Them people. Okay. They was following him. Okay, so to gain was for him to lose what needs to go. So if he is walking, trying to get away from these people outside, he was doing that. It was a mirage in his mind. Tension-filled times, trying to get away, trying to survive. So we got corals, so he could have been put in water that has corals in it, but he don't have to be. I got to use the cards and say everything as far as the card in case. He don't have to be, but he could be. We just don't know unless these people tell us, and we need this witness to tell us, because we got a witness who knows something. He could have been left in the cold inside some water with corals in it, right? Or one of these people there like the color coral. Or one of these people live by a body of water that has corals in it, or however it's flowing. So, no more blaming things on money problems. So if he got in a money deal with these people at first some kind of way, and he decided to get out because of, he found out more was to it or whatever, and he decided to get out of it, he was going to not blame things on money problems no more. Or there's a man, Zach, one of them, or both of them, however, right? So we have, he created the walls of harm and safe in his life. That simply means if he be around people that cause chaos in his life, it's up to him to get away from it, because he in control of that, or in fussing, right? So we have right here that he was tatted and he needed a miracle, God says. So he wanted to rope himself off from time share with these people, but wasn't too much he can do. So doom, God said, was the last result for Mr. Corey. And it's a countdown to recovery for his family. So, excuse my French, because they didn't want any excuses out of Mr. Corey, but the family don't want no excuses out of these people. They want justice for Mr. Corey. Okay, so we have right here that Mr. Corey had to take the reins and run with it and be the God in himself. And so far, the whole storyline from the one I did back then to that one last week where I feel that's Mr. Corey's, where I got that vision last week, I really feel it's Mr. Corey. So I think I might put his name at the top of that storyline, because the storyline feels like it's Mr. Corey. He is going to be the God in him. I feel he's being a God in him because he kept telling him no the whole time. Also, this for the family. You want to be the God in you, right? And you want to take the reins and run with it, because you don't want no excuses. You don't want that. You want justice for your son, your baby, your son, who you birthed, where these people didn't have no respect for whatsoever. And you want justice to be served. Because they cannot think it's fine to murder Mr. Corey because he don't want to go along with some money deal. You're gonna sit and say somebody's life ain't worth nothing because of a money deal, because they don't want to go along with something, they change their mind, or because they won't let you just have your way with them. Or one of you people, whoever you are, is looking like a woman, or whatever's going on with you, looking like a woman, you ain't a woman, or whatever's going on with you people. You ain't want him, he didn't want to go along with something. And it's been saying it since the first one. We can't get around that. And you want him to go along with it because you wanted to make money with him. You wanted him to be the person. Now, if he doing his band and all his stuff, you might want him to be doing some negative stuff with his band, with the people who's the fans, who knows what you was up to. but you knew that he knew certain things and you didn't want him to go and tell. But how about not doing things? You ain't got to worry about people going telling on you. So like I said, with the hospital, that card there, who knows? Who knows? You might have took Mr. Corey somewhere and his organs could have been taken. Who knows? Don't have to be that, but the Center of Love came out. I mean, the Lighthouse, and that shouldn't have came out of his storyline. Because why would he be going to the hospital? He don't even know his way around there. He wouldn't be going to the hospital for nothing. His own self. Now, if y'all took him to some place that's like a hospital somewhere, and something like that happened with the IV, what I was talking about, blood drawn, that type of thing, that's a whole different story. That takes me to organ stuff. Because there's no reason for you to be taking him to the hospital for anything. Because where's he at? Then he should be home with his family. If y'all took him to the hospital, and just to get him well. No. So I'm gonna leave it alone, and I'm just praying that God let it come through. This witness do the witness talking, because we got to witness one or two of them, at least one of them. It's at least one of them. I'm getting tongue-tied. Yeah. Between now and the end of next month, Lord, I want to just hear this witness say something. Say something, witness. Say something anonymously. Send a letter to a lawyer. Send it to a lawyer. That's a safe way to do it. Send a letter to a lawyer and say what all you got to say, and just put your name as anonymous, or some kind of way you can communicate with the lawyer. Find a lawyer's name in a phone book or whatever. Let God guide you. Send a letter to the lawyer, and then you communicate with that lawyer as needed. And that means keep sending letters to the lawyer some kind of way, and they just going to know you as anonymous. Get what I'm saying? There's ways to do things, because it's time that Mr. Corey be found and returned to his family where he can have a decent burial. Because you wouldn't want your family member to be out there laying somewhere like they garbage. You wouldn't want that. So do the right thing. That's the Brass Love 1 Healer to Row 9 here on YouTube.